cheddar, honey, and ground coffee. It's like a fight with your inner self, because your brain and your logic is saying, mm-mm, and then your palate is saying, mm-hmm. So come with me on this journey and let me give you some context. I'm gonna start with how I remove honey from my hives here in my back garden. You'll see a lot of busyness happening here and hopefully not too much here, otherwise I might have to leg it. Bees have little glands in their body where they can produce wax, and they'll make that incredibly strong and efficient little cell, that little hexagon cell, that they not only store honey in for their food, that's their pantry, that's their food source, but also that's where the queen will lay her eggs. It's all happening down here. That's where all the kind of engine is, that's where the queen is. There could be, 20, 30,000 bees in any one hive. So the only thing going on up here is honey. So all I do is I remove this little part here. What it is a man-made set of hexagons. And when I put a crank in and crank it, the hexagons split and gravity lets the honey pour out. Put that little tap in. I'll put a jam jar underneath. I'll crank it. It's as simple as that. And thus far, I've never upset the bees. So you can see the honey pouring out beautifully. It's a really nice thing to do, and most importantly, it's amazing to cook with. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, one of my best mates had spent all day cooking a beautiful dinner. He had 10 of our mates come round. It was great. I was working late, I couldn't come. And he goes, well, try and come afterwards. Come for dessert. I said, oh, I can probably get there for dessert. And I turned up with a massive chunk, like a kilo of beautiful cheddar cheese, right? Westcombe cheddar, like this. I got some coffee beans, just a little handful. And then I went to the table, smash up some coffee beans, right? And everyone's like, what's going on? And then I got a little jar of honey that I took with me. And I just got a tablespoon, or you can just grab some little herbs like this. And you literally smother the cheese in honey. And then I get the coffee and I do that. And everyone's silent. Why? Because that's really odd. Totally odd. And then they start to take the mickey out of me. And then people just get a little knife and a cracker, and they take a bit of that cheese, and they take a bit of that honey and the coffee, and they put it in their mouth, and time stops. It's like an illusion. It's one of those weird things in life that is genius. I implore you to have a go. That is what cooking is all about. Salty, tangy, umami cheese, sweet, sweet, sort of massaging honey. It links, it works, it's harmony. And then when coffee, which is perfumed and, sweet and fragrant, when you bash it up like that, it's opening up your palate, and it just works. Love me or hate me, agree or disagree, I don't really care. Just try it. It's a thing of joy.